Sadguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads Mahabharata 120. As you may remember, Duryodhana was looking around at the Pandavas' new palace. That this good fortune should have befallen the Pandavas was something he could not bear. Now, this Sabha had a peculiar feature. It was built by the architect of the Asuras, who had installed several gadgets in it. The person who looked at the Sabha with jealousy in their heart for the person who owned it would be deceived by many things there. When Duryodhana was walking about, he saw what looked like an expanse of water. He went near and saw that it was just the floor, which was inlaid with beautiful slabs of marble. He smiled and walked across it. Actually, it was a pond of marble filled with very clear water. To the jealous eyes of Duryodhana, this was not evident. The poor prince fell in and was drenched. Even the many servants about were amused by this mishap to the Kuru prince. They gave him dry clothes at the command of Yudhishthira, who was very much concerned about this. Bhima, Arjuna, and the twins, and their queen Draupadi, laughed at his discomfiture. Other happenings added to his pain. Once he walked carefully across what he thought was an expanse of water. Actually, there was no water. Duryodhana cut a sorry figure. He once thought that there was a doorway and walked through it. There was no door. And he hit his head against a blank wall and hurt himself. Peals of laughter greeted him. It was Draupadi who laughed at him and his humiliation. This was just awful. Duryodhana had to look unconcerned. He walked out of the hall in great anger. He took leave of the Pandavas and left Indraprastha. His heart was near the point of breaking. He would not talk to anyone, not even to his dear brothers and friends. He sat for hours alone in his chamber, and he thought of the way he had been cheated by Providence. The Pandavas, I think, are favored by the gods. When they were sent to Varanavata, I was sure I would see them no more. But that fool Parochana bungled. They became stronger than they were before. They became the sons-in-law of the powerful Drupada. They were dismissed with a barren strip of land. They had it made fruitful. On top of all that, they have now become the masters of the world. Yudhishthira has performed the Rajasuya. He has been acclaimed as the monarch of the whole world. Thoughts like these were chasing each other in his mind. He spent days and nights together in solitude, refusing to talk to anyone. He sat alone, hugging his grief to his heart. The childhood jealousy in his heart of this unfortunate prince had turned into hatred, and now it became an obsession with him. He was not like his father in some things. His father, for instance, was just an avaricious man. But in the case of Duryodhana, it was not just avarice. It was something more. Dhritarashtra's avarice was in his heart. He was a coward. He could cover up his thoughts with a cloak of hypocrisy. But Duryodhana hated hypocrisy. He was frank. He did not like the involved reasonings of his father, to whom caution was the watchword. Dhritarashtra dared not express his feelings. Duryodhana reveled in speaking his mind. It will not be out of place here to try and find out what made the young prince like he was. Duryodhana was a noble prince. The one instance when he made Radeya the king of Anga was enough to prove that generosity was his second nature. Sadguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.